Welcome! I'm here at the Dogcraft server. This is one of the servers I play Minecraft on. On this server there are often events like PvP tournaments, headhunting games and building contests. Recently they advertised a building contest and I applied to take part in it. 10 people were then picked randomly from those who applied and I was selected. I am therefore competing in this month's contest. I will have a month to complete my build and we are building everything in survival. On this server we have a mall where players can rent plots and build stores to sell material. We don't use real money on this server, but we use Dogcraft dollars, which we gain by playing on the server. Here in the background you can see the mall area, and here we can buy nearly every block available in Minecraft. I have yet to find a sponge here, but I don't need it for this build. Note that this server is running on Java version 1.13.2, so the new blocks from 1.14 are not available here. But that is not a problem. Well, let's go over to the competition area and find our building plot. We are now at the competition area, and here we have the rules listed out. The theme for this month's competition is Nightmare. The site has been decorated to fit the theme. And the build team on this server is amazing, as you can see from these builds. I have been given plot number 7, so we need to find that. So here we have number 2, and then this should be number, ooh, really nice. Number 3, 4, 5, okay, this must be 6 and 7. I will also get a shulker box to help me with this competition. And yes, this has my name on it, and here we have the rules. I'm gonna take the box. Okay, let's look at the book. Rules and regulations. Read all the rules, plot size. Okay, this is a solo build. And no creeping, and we're given a shulker box. And I can keep it. How the points will be given. And the judges, and have fun. Additional rules if I use a beacon. Okay. The twist. This time around the twist will be mob collection. Okay. I knew that there would be some kind of a twist in this competition. I just didn't know what. Mob collection. You must collect as many hostile mobs as you can and add them to your build. Make it interesting, make it fun, but most of all, build well. Bonus points will be given depending on the mobs you collect, another portal, and ensure safety. Okay, this will be fun. I built this wall around my plot for safety reasons, and also in here I put down a bed and an ender chest and also a regular chest. I built this glass cage here and my own nether portal. There is also a rail here. To catch the mob I am planning to push through this portal and then add to my build. Let's go to my creative world to see what I am planning. Here we are in my creative world that I specially made for this competition. It is always a good rule to practice in creative before building anything this big in survival. When I registered for this competition, I already had an idea about what I wanted to build. And what I wanted to build in this competition was an Ivory Tower. But now, because of the twist, I have to add mobs to my build. But I think I found a way. Before I can show you, I need to turn the hostile mob sound back on. And yeah, my interface is in Icelandic, but it is here. Hostile mobs 20% and continue. The mob I'm planning to use are ghasts. And I've put them here down at the basement. I've made like 3 little rooms and I put ghasts inside of them. And the glass protects you so they won't shoot at you. And to go up to the top of the tower, you go up the water elevator all the way to the top. And here is what the top looks like. And to go down, you have to drop down here, straight down, and into the mountain. And here I'm gonna put some mobs, but I haven't figured that out exactly. The lines you see here around my build are because I'm using structure blocks. Structure blocks can be quite useful when building something like this. You can use them to save down your build and then copy it to another location. I have done that here. I've taken the top of the tower and copied it down here. And that is because I wanted a bigger version. I think this one is too small, so this is a bigger version of the top. And I can be safe that I'm not damaging anything just by doing some changes. But let's go over to the competition area and to the portal that I built there. On the nether side of my portal, I built this giant donut-shaped thing with railroads to catch the ghasts in. But even with all this, I wasn't able to catch any ghasts or get them spawning, so I had to change my plan. But by now, only 2 weeks were left of the competition. I had built the basement, but I had no idea what type of mobs I would put down there. The first idea I had was to put endermites in the floor of the basement. I got a lot of ender pearls, and then I just had to throw them and get endermites and hope not to die. Also need to name them before they despawn. The next thing that happened came by chance. I found this swamp near the competition area, and there I found a slime jumping around. But let's speed this up. It takes us an awful long time to get a slime to jump all the way back to my tower. This is not the first slime I caught. The first was a giant slime, but I was of course not recording, and when it fell into my basement, it broke into 2 pieces. This slime survived the fall, so now I have 3 medium slimes in my basement jumping on slime blocks. In the second room, I have wolves jumping around aggressively. I did this by placing a sheep underneath the floor. In the third room, I have to admit that I was a bit lost. I had these 3 skeleton horses, which I had found just wandering around the area, but I had no idea what to do with them. So I had the idea to take a name tag and name them Dinnerbone. If you name something Dinnerbone in Minecraft, it will turn upside down. So here we have 3 horses turned upside down. After I had built the top, I noticed I had used a smaller version, but not the bigger version. So I had to rebuild the top. But I used the opportunity to exchange the railings and make them glass, so it would be safer for everybody. People wouldn't wander out into the edge and fall down. I also put these floating blocks up here, and these are to stop daylight to reach down into the mountain, which is here below. And I also put signs so people would know what to do and how to get down from the top. You should just walk towards a sign and fall straight down. But now it's finished, and here we have it, the Ivory Tower. And I'm gonna show you the mountain a bit more. The mountain is made out of coal blocks. I had to buy a lot of coal blocks to make this mountain. And if we go up here, I'm just gonna place some stairs, and you can see these hidden lights here on 3 sides of the mountain. These lights are placed so they cannot be seen when you're walking around the mountain. I don't have an elytra, so these are completely hidden from me. But yeah, here are coal blocks, and then I have black carpet on top of the coal blocks to prevent spawning of mobs on the mountain itself. But let's go down again. And if we walk here to the side of the mountain, I've also placed in some more lights. Underneath these carpets I also have lights to prevent spawning around the tower here on the sides. So we have no mobs spawning here. But if we look back up, we can see that the lights cannot be seen from anywhere here. They're completely hidden. But I forgot that the judges probably all have a light dress, so they will probably see these hidden lights. But for the others, it will be a cool effect. But let's go downstairs. And here you see my endermites on the floor, the slime and the wolves and the skeleton horses. All looking good. And if we go up to the tower, not getting stuck on the way, all the way to the top. Here's what it looks like. Everything's ready, and then we just have to fall down here into the mountain and landing here in the water. And here we have mobs. This is a zombie which I dressed in red leather gear, and then I added a zombie head with a crown on it. On this server we can get different types of heads, like this skeleton head with a crown on and this zombie head with a crown on. I just bought it at the mall. And then I added some red bricks around him to put him in a nice environment. And then I have carpet on the floors, and under the carpet I have redstone ore blocks. And when you walk on them, they light up. My idea was that this would be the only light source here in the caves, but then I added torches because this light source was not good enough. I also have redstone lamps here and observers here where you drop down with string in front, but it looks like the string here is missing, or maybe I just can't see it. But when you fall down, the string activates the observer and the light blinks. But that wasn't good enough, so therefore the torches. And here we have the creeper, this nice little fellow. It was quite hard to get this one. I was always so worried that he would blow up. And he's always cute when he hides inside the flower. But I got this one and all the other mobs just around here. The creeper I got into a minecart just by having him follow me until he dropped into the minecart, and then I was able to transfer him. And here we have the phantom. I caught the phantom in a boat just outside. I caught two of them and I had to sail them into the mountain, but the sun came up and one caught fire, so I only have one of them here. And I put a nice little tree here and some nice environment for it. And over here we have the witch. It was not hard to get her, but to move her was a bit harder because it was always throwing some poison at me. But it was nothing that killed me, so I was able to get her in. And over here we have a zombie and a zombie villager. And they are both holding some rocks. So I decided to have like a castle-y environment around them. But on this server you can buy villager eggs. So I just bought one and took it over here. Then I made that villager and the zombie started hitting the villager again and again and again. Until at last he turned into a zombie villager. And then it was just to move him into the cage with the zombie. But yeah, they are following me a lot here. Let's go over here. And here we have a drowned. This is just a regular zombie which I turned into a drowned by pouring water over him and then just waiting until he turned into a drowned. And he is in a marine environment. And up here we have a redstone lamp and the observer is here. And yeah, I can see the string here clearly, so it's just missing on the other side where the red zombie is. But here we have yet another zombie. It is quite easy to catch these zombies as they walk so slowly. I put an Enderman head on this one and also some black armor. He was holding a grass block and therefore I decided to make a small garden here around him. There is black glass all the way around, so he can't catch you. And here we have another zombie villager, and he is like in a caving system or something. And I also used a villager egg to get him. And over here we have a spider. This is just one of probably 5 or so that I caught. But it's quite hard to transport these spiders, and I managed to kill all the others. So this is the only spider I had left, and I made like a mining tunnel with a large chest that the spider is guarding. And over here we have another zombie. And this is a gold zombie. He was wearing this gold armor when I got him. And I added some gold blocks and a cat. He needed some company. And there we have it. Over here is the exit, and you just step on the pressure plate to get out. And I also don't have a redstone torch. I'm gonna get one. I have an ender chest over here, a redstone torch, because underneath here, we put this here, we can open the door again. So it's like a secret service entrance, which I have. But now it's nighttime, and now we can see the lights on the tower, the hidden lights, how they light up the tower. But now the competition has finished, and the only thing left to do is wait for the judges to decide what's their favorite build. There will also be a public vote, so the people playing on the server, they can vote on their favorite. And there are, well, other builds here that are also quite nice. There have not been built on like 3 plots here. So it's like 7 of us who are competing this month. I have to admit, I am quite nervous. So these will be stressful days the next few days. But I will let you know how it goes. Now it's been 11 days since the competition ended. And I just got some words from the judges. And do you know what? I won the competition! And not only that, I also won the public vote. So this is a double win for me. I am so happy. And the prizes for winning the competition is a trident with enchantments, which I can select. And for winning the public vote, I will get my own hat. On this server we have like special hats, as you can see here around me. I'm not sure what I will do with my own hat. It might be a bit strange to have it hanging on a wall. But let's go over to the competition area. There are some flags that mark my victory. And here we are at the competition area. And here you can see the 2 flags. One for winning the judges' vote and the other for the public vote. The prizes themselves will be delivered to my mailbox at the post office at spawn. So let's go over there and check my mailbox. Here we are at the post office, and I have a mailbox here on the 2nd floor, up the stairs, and here it is. And the light is on, telling me that there is something in here, and let's open it. And here we have the first place prize and the player's choice prize. Let's go over to my island to open these 2 boxes. This is my turtle sanctuary island where I have my base, and here we can open the boxes. This is a first place prize, and here we have a zombie horse head. I was not expecting this. I have never seen a zombie horse head before. And then we have the trident with all the enchants I asked for. And also a totem of undying. I have never owned one of these, So this will be a nice addition to my collection. And also we have 25,000 Dogcraft dollars, which I can use to buy stuff at the mall. So this is really a nice price and unexpected things in here. And also a shulker box. But the next box is the player choice prize. And here I get 5,000 Dogcraft dollars. And then my head. And another totem of undying. Okay. But let's take these boxes, and I have to try these hats. Look at them better. There's zombie horse and my own head. So let's just put them here. Okay, this is a zombie horse head. I've never seen one of those. And my head. Okay, this is nice. I have to find a better place to put these on. But taking part in this competition was really fun, and I hope you enjoyed coming on this journey with me. Goodbye! If you like this video, please press the like button, as this will help others to find this video. I also suggest you press the subscribe button and the bell to get notified when new videos arrive.